Gotcha.
All right. Good morning, good afternoon, good night, wherever you happen to be in the world. Welcome to another scene of Living World of Darkness, Camarilla venue, as well as Changeling venue. Um, Tonight we've got our favorite Malkavian, Dr. Kaufman, everyone's favorite Bruja, Bishop, who is not in the best of places right now, and we've got Bishop's Changeling buddy, Andrew, showing up.
Woo!
So, do you guys mind if I set the scene, or would you guys rather do it?
Go
By
for
all
it.
means.
All right, so the scene just set. The night after Bishop's awful, awful night. Um, Bishop honestly didn't even take off his clothes and get into his onesie like he normally does. He actually has his jacket draped on one of his chairs over in the kitchen or something. He's not wearing the jacket, is what's the important part. It's probably one of the few times you've seen him without a jacket for an extended period of time. He stands up and he just looks out at the window for a bit, and he's just kind of there.
So yeah, Adam's gonna make a phone call and call his buddy Bishop.
We can assume Kaufman's like just waking up and getting showered and all that fun stuff.
And he's just gonna answer the phone. Yeah.
So he hears a door shut behind him, and it sounds like he's walking. Bishop, buddy, are you home?
Yeah. What's up?
Okay, I'll be there in 5. And the phone hangs up.
And at this point, Kaufman will like get out of the shower and just walk over to Bishop and be like, "Hey, you okay?"
Yeah. We'll have a visitor in a few minutes, so if you want to get presentable. Not that you're not presentable right now, obviously. You're always presentable.
Who is it?
It's a friend I made last week. His name's Andrew. Seemed like something was up.
All right, I'll go get something to wear. Is he one of us? Is he human? Should I make him food or?
No, don't worry about that. He's something different.
Oh, okay. Kaufman will sort of give you a weird look and go back into the mutually shared bedroom and go find something to wear.
So yeah, about 15 minutes will pass, and there's a knock on the door.
Bishop just kind of calmly walks over to it. He opens it. Andrew, buddy, what's going on?
And he's kind of actually like, have you ever seen? Imagine the film Looper, when Joe's buddy comes to his door and looks like he's freaking out, like he's looking over his shoulder, looking around. Are they here? Is it safe? Can I get out
Who's
of the
here?
hall,
What?
please?
Yeah, come on,
we-
man.
Okay. And he walks in.
By the way, oh, actually, this is you. This is the first time for you. Bishop is not wearing his jacket. He's just wearing a V-neck T-shirt, a pair of dark blue jeans that are a bit faded, and some skate shoes. He doesn't have his jacket on.
Nice.
And Kaufman's just wearing a pair of slacks and a dress shirt. They'll look over at Andrew and sort of like look at them as if looking for something, seeing as Bishop mentioned that they weren't human, before deciding fuck it and offering a hand. Hey, I'm Valerian.
He kind of shakes it, and his grip isn't tight. As a matter of fact, his hand's shaking as he, shakes her hand. He's actually wearing a very much Bishop's seen this outfit before. He's wearing that a clear mesh almost shirt with some like kind of shiny pleather pants, and he's got a leather strap collar around his neck.
You have fake leather pants?
Perception plus
Yes,
empathy.
he has fake leather pants on.
Yes.
Think Lestat from Queen of the Damned.
Okay.
That is the outfit he's wearing. So yeah, he kind of shakes, and his hand is shaking in the shake, and he's actually in his free hand. He has a bag of like Taco Bell, and he sits down. And do you guys mind if I eat? I know you guys probably don't, but
I don't care, man.
okay.
Oh my
And
God.
so he starts unwrapping this burrito thing, and like takes a big chunk out of it, and he's just still shaking. As a matter of fact, when he puts the bag down, he reaches into his pocket and pulls out a cup. And Bishop has seen this cup before and what it does, and he's just holding it, like gripping this thing almost as if his life depended on it. And he's just shaking, eating this burrito, and he's looking at the TV with the hole punched in it. And if you've ever seen somebody come back from war and have the 1,000-yard stare, that's where he's at.
Okay, at this point, Bishop is starting to like shake whatever happened to him previously off. Okay, Andrew, what's going on, man? You gotta talk to us here.
And he's kind of just eating his burrito, and he's like, fucking werewolves. Not all of them. Alicia protects me. Alicia makes sure I'm fine. Fucking werewolves. And meetings and fucking Faulkner and just all of it.
Slow down, man. You gotta start from the beginning. What's going on?
Okay. So remember that thing that we talked about, the bad people, the boogeymen, the ghost story, the court.
Bishop pulls out his phone, looks through his notes. The fucking Shadow Court?
Yeah, those guys. So I told you Rick was killed by them, we thought, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So okay. So Richard, my buddy, came and got me, and we went to talk to this dude named Nathan, Nathan,
Whoa, Nathan?
he's another one of us.
Okay.
The last name is important. It could be Jungle Joe for all I know. I know his name, but for all intents and purposes, you probably don't know him. Reality, though. Nathan said some things that made me believe he could be a member of the Shadow Court.
Okay. So what did he say?
He basically, he was like, why would the Unseelie kill their own? Well, that's fine and dandy and all, but the reality is, why it almost came across as "Dost thou protest too much?" Very Shakespearean. No, I would never do that. Don't look at me. Like, at least that's how I took it. The amount of in him just at the time kind of just threw me into this. So Nathan and I talked for a little bit with Richard, and Nathan has a squire, and that's not unusual. He's a knight, and that's one thing. But his squire's a werewolf.
Would that squire even be able to become a knight?
His squire's a fucking Fianna. Yes, because the Fianna tie into the Fiona. Okay, my grouping tie directly into the Fianna, and
Okay.
Travis is a Fianna.
Travis. The fucking werewolf from before?
Yes, is a Fianna. That is Nathan's squire.
Wait, so that Travis motherfucker.
So
Oh.
it gets better. So this entire conversation with Nathan, I basically spilled to him that we think it's the Shadow Court. Because him and Rick were best fucking friends. And then he tells me it makes no sense, and all of this shit that made me believe that he might be a Shadow Court member. So the fact that these boogeymen at this point might know that I know that they exist.
Well, we don't know that for sure. There's no way to find that out.
Right. Because it's political. It's not racial. It's political.
Oh, good. Okay. I've been looking at it wrong then.
The Shadow Court are much like you, Bishop, and I'm assuming you, Kaufman, because your hand's kind of cold.
Wait,
you guys?
They're a lot like me. Like, are they vampires?
No. In the way you guys hide under society.
Oh, they have their own masquerade and shit.
Yeah, they're masquerading in the Seelie and Unseelie courts.
Okay.
So they're there, and Nathan, if Nathan is one of them, now knows that I know that the Shadow Court exists.
Oh, by the way, Kaufman, Bishop tosses you his phone. Here are my notes.
Kaufman will take it and not look at the phone yet, but look at Andrew to make sure that it's okay that they read it.
And he looks at Bishop. Is she safe? Is it safe? Okay. Go ahead. You're good.
They're living with me. They can be trusted.
Okay.
Kaufman will nod and read the notes. Stay quiet and listen to the conversation.
So, yeah, if Nathan is a Shadow Court member, which I can't prove right now, but if he is, I just painted the biggest fucking target on myself I could by trying to be a decent fucking person.
All right. Look, there was no way you could have known what you were getting into when you said that, so let's not worry about that right now. We do have to worry about it if there's any kind of actual danger to you right now. You stay here as long as you want, but we gotta find a way to figure out more about what's going on.
The conversation went into there's a contested political movement going on, and the conversation went into this man saying things to me that made it sound like it was a really good idea to assassinate one of the political candidates.
Oh,
if
shit.
not two of the three. So,
okay, well, so start. Sorry, you brought up politics. That's kind of my thing. So start at the beginning.
Okay. So basically, remember the conversation we were having about princes and whatnot with you?
Yeah.
There are 3 people vying to be our prince.
Okay.
I work for one of them, and he's a really good guy, and he listens to me. And I'm a commoner. He's a she, and wonderful, great. He's an okay guy. He's the lesser of 3 evils. However, when I talked to Nathan, Nathan spun it in such a way that it made it sound like it was a good idea to go ahead and have the other 2 bumped off.
Like kill? Like assassinated?
Like permanent nap time. Like go get a cold iron dagger and stab him in the back of the neck.
Oh shit.
Like
that's
more so because the fact of allies was brought up, and I went, well, I mean, I do have some leech allies, and that there was the whole, well, the thing says we can't kill our own, but it doesn't say a damn thing about you employing others, and that sounded like a really good idea. And then I realized, wait, that means I've got to get Bishop to kill one of them, and the only way theoretically that he could do that is either A, an iron dagger to the back of the neck, or B, go ahead and make them one of him.
Wait, me? You mean we can actually embrace you?
Theoretically, my body is still human, yes.
It's maybe bad for you to go sticking your nose in their politics. I apologize, Andrew. I sympathize with your situation, but It's not
You're
fair for
fine.
her to do that.
You're fine. I'm afraid and I don't know what to do. And he looks at Bishop with like tears welling up in his eyes.
All right. I'm gonna stay here and we're gonna figure out what we're gonna do. Okay.
I don't think murder's the way to solve it yet. We may be able to get you out of this, but we don't need to kill anybody.
You're right.
I don't think murder's the right way either. That's what I'm saying. Is the things that are happening, my head is so fucked up with right now. And he looks Bishop in the eyes, dead center, and goes, I don't want to die.
What?
I don't want to die.
Did I miss something? Did I misread my notes?
No. Shit's going on. Today's weird, okay? I don't know why, but I can talk the truth today.
Wonderful. Okay.
It happened at midnight. I have been able to speak the truth for the last, and he looks at his watch, 13 hours. No, 13 and a half hours.
The upside that must have been great for you. If it wasn't for this shit.
It went so, this is so disturbing to me that I went to a werewolf and literally slept in the same bed as a werewolf last night.
Shit, man. Those fuckers are crazy.
This werewolf is in bed with a mage.
Mage?
Oh,
Punch me,
speak.
wizard?
Spellcaster, mage. They refer to themselves as mages. This werewolf confirmed that.
Oh, cool. Okay.
So this. Okay, I should probably note that when I brought up the fact that I have a hound in my pocket, Nathan said,
Why
"Oh,
does it matter?
because it doesn't mean a thing to our society. The title doesn't mean a damn thing."
But the
Reality.
fact that it's revealed in your pocket is not a good political move, but keep going.
Oh, no. Here's where it gets scarier. The fact that Nathan retorts to me with, oh, you have a dog in your pocket. I'm like, no, apparently it's some political shindig. Because I'm sitting there going, this motherfucker is big. He survived the war, and he is the leader of the Commoner Army. Wonderful, great, and all of that. I was trying to be impressive because he's another puka. I wanted to impress my fellow Kithmate. So, it gets better. He looks at me and goes, oh, that's okay. I have their prince on lock.
Whoa! Whoa. Rewind. What the fuck?
Nathan has your prince either A, as a friend, or B, in his pocket.
Okay, well him...
Interesting.
Okay, a prince having allies is no big issue, but we need to know how he's helping them.
I'm telling you, and this is why I'm afraid. Because the fact that I have werewolf, mage, and vampire allies, and this man still frightens me, and he's looking directly into his eyes when he says this. The fact that this man frightens me is a problem.
Okay. So this Nathan guy's got a werewolf serving under him and a prince serving with him.
If it comes down to me calling him out as a Shadow Court member, and it comes down to combat, I am not prepared to go toe-to-toe with a fucking werewolf.
No, none of us are. It wouldn't be a good idea to accuse him of this without any kind of evidence. You need hard evidence of what this guy is, if you're even going to be able to make any kind of accusation like that. Especially if you don't have a lot of political clout, which I'm not sure you have.
I don't.
Yeah, so you're going to need a lot of evidence, and probably a few witnesses to corroborate what you're saying.
Adam pulls a 4-pound jug of paste salsa out of the bag and just opens the top of it and just tilts back. It's about halfway empty. And starts like tapping it against his teeth and sets it down after he's done, and starts chewing salsa. Okay. The fact of the matter is, if it comes down to it, reality, I'm afraid. Bishop, you know what that means.
Yeah, that means there's some real. This is real shit. The fact that this guy has our prince, and is the fact that he's involved with our prince in any way scares the ever loving fuck out of me. And the fact that he might be a member of the Shadow Court, look, I don't know how real these motherfuckers are. Like, I know they're bad news, but like, what are they capable of doing?
They killed Rick. Rick was the title's not important. Rick was essentially a sheriff.
Okay. Who's his
Rick was his. There is no replacement. Like, that's the thing, is what Rick was indigenous to his people.
Oh. Okay.
Rick was what's referred to as a witch king.
Okay. Do I put down Kaufman in my notes?
Please don't, actually.
Oh, okay.
Because it's not my thing to tell on that.
Okay.
The fact that Rick was my friend is all that needs to be said, and the fact that I look at Rick with such...
No need to say any more, man. I feel you.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, what does Nathan have to gain from Rick's death?
Rick's going to... Okay, did it... You guys are forever in the way that you are. Did I explain to you what happens when we die?
Not particular. You went over it a bit. You said you reincarnate or some shit?
Yeah, we literally reincarnate. Our face soul leaves the body. We find a new host, and it's a melding. So we literally are reborn, and I won't necessarily be a puka next time around.
Yeah, you mentioned all that.
Rick's going to be reborn as a she, because it was a she that wielded the blade that killed him.
Okay. Seems like it's not a very good idea to kill a guy that can reincarnate.
Unless Rick, Pike, and Nathan were all in on it to begin with. Okay. So, I'm going to explain something, and again, this is our politics and how they work. If you're not she, you're a commoner. The old ways, and this is what I've been getting around.
Then that means
they all can gain enough political pull easily enough to run shit and throw down the system.
So are you saying that he essentially asked for assisted suicide so that he could become nobility?
So that's the only thing that makes sense at this point, based off of the conversations and the dot connecting that I had.
That's a really big thing. You think Rick would do something like that?
I don't know. That's the thing. I've only been in town for a month. I thought I knew Rick was a great guy and all, but I don't know. At this point... And he kind of runs his hands through his hair. At this point, I don't know. I don't know anymore. Outside of the 8 that took the oath with me, I don't know who I can trust outside of the Cathane Society.
Okay.
Like, you guys, I can trust you guys. I can trust Alicia. I can trust Jericho. I can trust the intern. Outside of the... Do what?
I don't know who the intern is, but whatever, keep going.
Outside of you guys, Jericho, Alicia, the intern, and the 8 who took the vow with me and took the oath. I don't know who I can trust.
Sounds like you need to start meeting people and making deals and stuff. Get a little bit of political clout yourself.
That's the problem. Is I need Valerius to give me that clout. I need to do something to prove to him that I am worthy of being a knight rather
Okay.
than a squire.
What do you have to do for that?
That's the problem. Is right now Valerius is so wrapped up in his own shit with the regency and everything that he
Help him with his regency.
Yeah, the problem with that is I have to gain him support, and the biggest piece of support that I could gain him right now, because of who I am, is the Commoner Army. And the problem is, the Commoner Army is run by Nathan.
They have to get in bed with Nathan. At least for a bit.
But the fact that Nathan knows that I know, if he is a member of the Shadow Court, potentially has
It's not.
bad.
Look, it's not in his best
Is
interest.
there a way that you can convince the army that he's a member of the Shadow Court? You turn his men against him, and he has no more army.
If you take control of that army, then you'll lend Valerius the support he needs, thereby granting knighthood.
There's the problem. Is this army saw a war against the Adhene together. Nathan Faulkner, literally during this war, carved out the heart of one of his enemies and devoured it in front of his men.
That sounds pretty Sabati, but okay.
This Cathane is logical. He's charismatic. He's what Elena would have. He truly is what Elena thought I could have been.
The second you say Elena, Bishop kind of just droops his head a little bit and looks down. But then he just kind of snaps back into reality.
He's got a quirk an eyebrow. What's up?
Nothing, man. It's not important right now.
Can somebody roll me empathy, perception empathy?
Yeah, how
On
many
how many dice are you rolling?
2 seconds and I'll tell you. Because the whole I didn't plan on rolling dice, I didn't load up the sheet. So care sheet for Andrew.
roll it for myself too, then.
Perception.
I'll
empathy.
chop the last dice off of that. So
I need 5 dice, please.
I think Shelby rolled them already, right? Or is
that's for myself. 2 rolls. I'll roll the 5 dice next.
Oh shit! Sorry, bud.
Dude, I got you 3 successes.
Yeah, no. Let's go. With, Shelby's gonna be the official dice roller for all perception empathy checks.
It's the Auspex. I got this in the bag.
I will completely take that. So yeah, 3 successes.
How's he
Okay.
feeling?
There's some sadness there. There's a issue that he really just doesn't want to talk about.
Kaufman's gonna
Okay.
put a hand on his shoulder, like wrap it around him and just kind of squeeze him.
Bishop will kind of just lean into Kaufman's shoulder.
I'm here when you want to talk about it.
So,
Okay, I'm going to ask a very straightforward question, Bishop, because I feel that I can ask this straightforward question with you. Did something happen?
I don't know anything about that, but just the first time I met Elena, she's an okay person, but she just did something I really didn't agree with, and it kind of hit home.
Okay. Well, here's what I will say. Elena is the one of you guys that I've fed.
Yeah, you would. I remembered you had mentioned that. I wrote it down in my notes because it was the another time someone brought up Elena.
Elena told me afterwards that it was like I had fed her meth combined with PCP combined with acid.
So my whole night that night I met you, essentially.
Yeah, from my understanding at least. Yeah. Um, I don't know. The night that we met, she looked pretty battered. So,
Whoa, what happened? I
she said she was with she had met with a werewolf.
shit. I can put two and two together.
I think she said Lewis,
Hmm,
something. I don't know. I got pretty drunk that night, and like, yeah, yeah. She
nice.
said, and that shit straight up, I passed the fuck out.
Oh man,
So
she got crossfaded because the alcohol in your blood too.
I guess, yeah, yeah. I was on like 6 shots of Jose.
Yeah, no, you were feeling it, but
Yeah, I was on 6 shots in rapid succession of Jose.
yep, I'll do it.
So yeah, this this shadow court issue, and he finally actually takes the teacup and sets it back in his pocket. This little ornate teacup that he's been holding the entire time. I don't know what can be done at this point. My fear is at this point I'm a target.
If you were a target, something would have happened to you already.
Not necessarily.
Not necessarily true. They could
The
be
the
waiting to make it look like an accident. Not to feed into your paranoia, but
That's
Yeah,
so
already
that's
where
a
my
band
thoughts were.
for you.
dangerous.
I mean, why would you attack someone if they knew that you were going to come for them? And why not just make them wait that shit out? And when they finally breathe that sigh of relief, going, "Oh, good, the nightmare's over," that's when you strike. You say "fuck you" and just kill them right there.
Is that the typical MO of your shadow court people?
Rick was out back of the bar taking a piss, and they shot him in the back.
Hmm.
They knew. Look, that that they knew where he was going to be and what he was going to be doing.
Hmm.
So they have spies then.
Yeah. And on top of that, speaking of spies, another reason I think Nathan is a Shadow Court member is Nathan, when we do our thing, do you, Bishop, do you remember me, um, do you remember me moving really super fast, like stupid super fast?
Yeah, I wrote that
Okay.
down.
Okay. That's there's that's child's play in the use of that. That's some beginner level bullshit right there, okay? Nathan can do what I can do, but better. Okay, so when you become a master of the ability to do that, you can teleport. Quite literally teleport. Instant transmission Dragon Ball Z style teleport.
Oh, Dragon Ball Z was the show that came on in the like late '90s or so.
Yeah.
Yeah, motherfuckers that could do that. Just in case you didn't know, Kaufman.
No, I know.
Oh.
So Nathan can teleport. Now, do you remember when I moved super fast?
Yeah.
Did you see me shuffle my feet beforehand?
I honestly don't remember that. I just remember running forward and taking him out.
Okay. We have to do these things called, we call them bunks.
It's a trigger.
They're, yes, yes. My trigger for moving super fast is kind of shuffling my feet a little bit and then running.
Okay.
Your bunk has to make sense. Nathan's bunk for teleporting scares me because it's an audible bunk. He says the words, "I'm here, I'm there, I'm everywhere." That in and of itself plays into my whole paranoia going on right now that he's a Shadow Court member and I'm going to die.
I'm having trouble connecting dots here. The fact that he has a audible trigger is odd.
No, what his trigger is.
Here and there. Eh.
The Shadow Court are theoretically everywhere. They are our campfire stories. They are the things that scare the shit out of us.
Hmm.
Well,
Nathan wasn't in that bar when we walked in. I took note of who was in that fucking bar when we walked in, and those doors didn't open. Nathan has eyes and ears.
Okay. And if Nathan really had this relationship with this guy that you're talking about, he would have showed up immediately.
Yeah.
But again, just his absence during something like this isn't enough. We got to get something a bit more concrete. I mean, he sounds sketchy. Don't get me wrong. He sounds extremely sketchy. Wouldn't trust this guy with anything. But
Eve said not to trust him. Eve, as a matter of fact, said don't even go near him.
oh, Eve.
Eve is one of my friends. Eve's one of us, but not
Okay.
exactly one of us.
You think you
It's
can
hard
bring
to
her in?
explain. Eve knew Elena, so I don't see a reason why she wouldn't meet with one of you guys.
No. I mean, look, as nice as it is to have allies from other races and all that, we don't have a lot of pull there. You need more changelings.
Oh, Eve is Valerius's wife. So my boss's wife is yeah.
This is becoming interesting now. This is an avenue that we haven't explored yet. So
What, marriage?
clout? No. If Eve's married to this Valerius guy, then she has the same political clout as he does. She probably has the same access as he does.
She's the Baroness, yeah. She maybe. I don't.
Either you are nobility, or you have to use her to find a way to find out.
Technically, I have status within the courts because I am a squire. I am Valerius' squire, but a squire nonetheless.
Oh, okay. Have you brought any of this up to Valerius himself?
He's been super busy. It's one of those things where it's like
He's
been
gonna
super
drop
busy.
this.
That's another problem, though. Valerius and Nathan are friends.
Shit.
This
Okay.
Nathan has permeated every part of my existence on how to escape him.
So, what about it? Has he got any enemies other than you?
Who, Nathan?
Yeah.
Nathan has many enemies.
Let's hit him up.
Nathan also has many friends.
Yeah, but we can't really worry about that right now. We're not looking to kill anyone right now. We're just kind of looking to see what kind of political moves we can make. That's our best bet at this point. Even in our society, you don't kill someone. It's better to lose them some status than lose them their life.
Oh no, to kill someone in our society is like the one of the worst things you can do.
Yeah, so
By the way, I should probably give you a heads up since you're my friend and all. The werewolves know what the Sabbat are.
werewolves know about this bot?
Yep.
Why do they give a shit?
Something about worm taint. I don't know.
Worm
Like,
taint? I don't know what the fuck that is, but okay.
I don't know. You guys. I was talking to Alicia about her shit last night, and apparently and he points to himself, register much like humans to them, but you guys register as less than human
Oh,
to werewolves.
that makes me.
So I don't know. Something about sense worm. I don't know. So I would assume it's some sort of taint.
I don't know what the fuck a worm is, but it doesn't sound fun.
I don't know. As far as I knew, a worm was what was in the bottom of my fucking tequila. But
Oh. Ugh. This kind of shit is why I don't go to bars.
aren't you glad you went to a bar?
The three out of the what 5 times I've gone to a bar, it hasn't ended well. So
You know what they say, 2 out of 5 ain't bad. Ask Meatloaf.
but I mean these 3 were pretty bad. So although one of them did end up meeting you, so that's a good thing. But
Yeah, but you ended up also tripping balls.
Bishop looks at Kaufman and says, "Yeah, I tripped balls last week. It was very odd, but yeah." You're from the '60s, you understand.
Yes, I know what tripping is.
You know, and here's the scariest part out of all of this. The more I deal with my own people, the more I realize that they're all so young. And I can't talk things I know with them and have relatability.
Yeah, I feel that. One of my best friends was from the '50s, so yeah. My other best friend's from the '60s, so
My best friends remember 9/11 from when they were in high school or when they were in fucking elementary school.
shit.
Yeah,
Yeah, shit. I was still in college. It was my last year there. Well, one of my last years. No, I was starting my last year actually.
I was
Yeah.
a freshman in high school when that shit happened.
I'm afraid I don't even know where I was. Probably some lab somewhere, focusing on something important.
Bishop just shrugs. Yeah, that's right. You were a good, what, 30, 40 years in?
Something like that.
Yeah. It was the year before it happened to me, so I actually registered it as important.
Hmm.
I mean, technically, I'm still living, so everything is important, but I don't live in this world. And I don't live. It's. Again, Bishop, you've seen the Silver Path. You've seen the world that I exist in, as well as this one.
Yeah, it's not really comparable.
I really hate to say it, but it's a world of laughters and a world of fears. It's a world of hope and a world of tears. It's a small, small world. I don't know what to do at this point. I am scared shitless. And I don't want to die. But if I find that it's going to happen and I'm going to die without coming back, I at least would rather do it on my own terms. And that being said, if it comes down to it, and I realize that I'm going to die and I ain't coming back, I need your help. One of you guys. I need somebody's help.
We
What
need
do you
to.
need us to do exactly?
If it comes down to a situation where I'm going to die and my soul will shred, I would rather be one of you than not exist.
That, you sure you want to say that, buddy?
I'm saying if they were to chop off my head with a cold iron sword, I will cease to be forever. Like, there is no reincarnating from that. It's I would rather, if I'm going to have to choose a way to permanently die, I would rather at least be given the chance to live in some fashion than be permanent nap time.
Kaufman, do you want to handle this or should I? We have two differing opinions on the embrace.
I I'm not sure what the embrace would do to one of you. I've never tested it myself. I
I can almost guarantee I know what it would do to one of us. The fact, and
but if you're turned into one of us and then you die, it is permanent. It's forever. If you're killed with iron, it's permanent. But if you're killed with something else, then it's not permanent.
yes, we reincarnate. If my physical body is killed, if for example right now one of you said, you know what, fuck it, got a gun, put it to my head, and pulled the trigger, in a couple of years, you'll have forgotten about that by then. Because I'm sure reality. How many people have you all fed from? How many people have become faceless? Just it happened. And this is not a reflection on you. I'm giving a generalization. How many people have died at the hands of a vampire, and they just kind of became a face in the crowd?
Way too many.
Exactly. Now, how do you respond to one of those faces in the crowd coming to you, one of the normal dreamers coming to you and going, hey, I was such and such person, pulling a gun, putting it to your head and go, now you're going to pay for killing me, and firing the trigger?
I actually empathize with that.
We can do that because as much as our mortal coil dies, our soul immediately leaves and finds a new host, finds a new dreamer to become a changeling.
You still retain. I assume you still retain your memories, right? That's what it's.
Not all. Not always. Not all. I have no memories prior to this life.
Okay.
In
Not
that
right
case,
now.
if you're so worried about Nathan killing you permanently, why not find a way to die temporarily? Will he recognize you if you come back?
I don't know. I've never seen. I know it happens. I know we come back. I have never met anyone from a previous life or anything that I recognize. What I do know is Rick's not going to remember us. None of us. Rick isn't going to be Rick. Rick is going to be. His soul will be Rick, but Rick will not be Rick.
Is there any way to accelerate that process?
That's what they did. The blade that killed Rick forced him not only to become a she in his next incarnation, it fast forwarded. That's what I've gathered from what we know about Rick's death.
What if we did something similar with you? It would give you a new angle to investigate Nathan from. You would have to take copious notes on your entire life up until this point. If we accelerated that process and you just came back the next day, you would have a whole new angle to investigate Nathan from. You may have a lot more.
It wouldn't work like that, and here's why. And that's a wonderful idea aside from this. Apparently, we and werewolves do our thing very similarly. We're similar but different. We wake up when we hit puberty.
It would take you 13 years. Okay.
Or more. For me, I didn't enter my chrysalis until I was 18.
Okay.
And it took a horrible emotional trauma to do it.
Okay. I get it. I get it now. So you're reborn immediately, but you still have to mature.
Yeah, like it's like this. Have you ever had part of you that you felt was missing, and then you go through life, this entire life, feeling like something's off, like your part of you isn't there, like you're missing something that vitally makes you who you are.
That's how I feel.
Or your unlife, I guess. Anyways, that's what it's like prior to entering your chrysalis. You feel lost. You feel like something should be there that isn't. It feels wrong. And then you enter your chrysalis, and in entering your chrysalis, your face soul wakes up. It's kind of like, oh, that was a nice nap. Good morning. And he takes a bite of this burrito again. It's cold. It's like you'll wake up and you start seeing all of the wonderful, fantastical things we deal with. And you realize, holy shit, this is what I've been missing my entire life. And it's beautiful and it's wonderful, and the problem with it is you have to wait so long to wake the fuck up.
Mm-hmm. It's not like we're between a rock and a hard place right now.
Hence why I'm coming to you going, dude, I'm scared. Because reality, right now, as I see it, my best option is to just kind of wait and hope Nathan doesn't want to kill me. And kind of just sits there and goes, oh, that's cute. The little puka, the little other puka, just kind of thinks he knows something and just lets me go. That is best case scenario, is that I am freaking out over nothing.
I got another idea, but you're not going to like it.
What's up?
Why don't we, if Nathan is coming after you, why don't we force Nathan to come after you?
How?
I don't know.
What have you got in mind? Because
Well,
reality is this circle of friends that took this oath that I'm a part of, there were about 8 of us. We're looking for ideas of how to draw the Shadow Court out and do all this. And my immediate thought was, and I told the group this, why don't I go out and start spouting that the Shadow Court are there and painting a target on my back so that they can start, hunting down the Shadow Court that are coming after me.
that's exactly what I was thinking.
That idea was proposed. That idea was not shot down. However, that idea is on the back burner right now because we're looking for a way to draw out the Shadow Court without putting my life in danger.
That's your look. If the Shadow Court's there, your life's in danger already.
My
Best
other
scenario, people are going to think you're crazy.
My other idea was to go out there, find a Shadow Court member, get in good with them, join the Shadow Court, and kill every last motherfucker who had anything to do with Rick's death from the inside.
That's not going to work very well. That'd be like our best bet is to bait him out.
I mean, that idea, from what it sounds like, would be no different than you going, hey, guys, I'm going to go join the Zabad and kill them from the inside out and then come back.
I almost did that at one point.
That would have been stupid. I was in there. It's not something that you join and come back from.
He kind of looks over at Kaufman. If it's not something you join and come back from, and this is only my ignorance of the culture and how you guys operate. How are you not a Sabbat member still?
I was never a member.
But okay.
Very complicated. Regardless, this sort of espionage never works out the way that you want it to. If you get in there, you would either be inducted, most likely, or more likely die.
Yeah.
So it's sounding like the best way is to go out there and look. At this point, if Nathan is a Shadow Court member, then he knows that you have an idea. That also makes you a high-risk threat. In fact, probably his highest priority threat. He's definitely going to be making a move soon. He has to. Otherwise, you'll get enough evidence on him to actually out him to the rest of the court. I'm trying to find a good way to draw them out. See, I don't know the Shadow Court. I don't know how they work. See, if we want to draw out the Sabbat, all we have to just do is walk into Staten Island and we got the Sabbat on us. But Shadow Court sounded a little more complicated than that. How did Rick get him? Like, what did Rick do anything to get the Shadow Court on targeting him? Oh.
Hello?
I think his sound is out.
Oh no.
Should we do a Living World of Darkness commercial break?
Yeah, I think so. This scene was brought to you by O'Toole's Burgers, now containing long pork. Good.
All right. And now you see yourself on a freeway. No, not a freeway, just a normal country road off somewhere in some faraway desert that you've probably never been to before. And on that road is a single car. And in that car, there's Matthew McConaughey. And Matthew McConaughey is just sitting there, looking so not wide-eyed, but very satisfied with the world as it is, and he just is talking to himself, and he just says, "I didn't do it to be cool. I didn't do it to make a statement. I did it because I liked it." Lincoln. I've been waiting to finish that commercial for a hot minute.
Is he back? Do we need more commercials?
Yeah, no, he can't join in the call right now. Do we need to send him another message?
Technical difficulties, folks. The werewolves are chewing on the internet cords again.
They're trying to fuck over the vampires for real now. Some goddamn glasswalkers trying to fuck us up.
Got a corrupted pattern spider in the mix.
Oh no. Motherfuckers probably fucking stepped sideways into the internet and fucked up Andrew's connection.
It's a conspiracy, man. The werewolves are real. This is all real.
Oh man.
We know too much. Jet fuel can't melt steel beams.
Today's scene was brought to you by Clan Bruja. Healing the world by going absolutely ripshit.
Okay. I have a class to get to, so I might have to use this as a convenient excuse to run away.
Yeah, alright guys, if Andrew's player does not get back to us soon, he's just kind of end this scene on kind of a different note.
We can finish it later, though.
Alright, well he said to kick him and then to try get him back in. If you have to go, you go ahead and go.
Alright, I'll catch you later, man. You can say Kaufman went out to do whatever. I don't care.
Alright, cool.
Okay.
Kaufman went out probably to go get a fucking drink because I haven't seen Kaufman really feed on blood at all.
Yeah, that's a good plan. Just say they got thirsty and didn't want to eat Andrew.
Yeah.
Alright, I'll catch you later, man.
Alright, see ya. Okay. Alright, now I have to send this specific player the link. Sorry about this again, guys. Having a lot of technical difficulties right now. Again, if he's not coming back, I'll probably just end the scene. I'll find some way to BS it so everyone is done. Okay. Okay. Wow, I'm really not used to this much dead air. It's really just kind of me right now, and that's sad. Okay. All right, guys. This scene's going to be a bit of a two-parter because I'm thinking the only way we can get this solved is if we jump in a whole different scene. Don't worry, I'll classify this as part 1 and part 2 to the ST, so know what the hell's going on. Thank you, watchers, for watching. Thank you, players, for playing. We will see you in just a few minutes.